In the previous class, we have learned that on the basis of the source, the acids are classified into mineral acids and organic acids. Similarly, on the basis of availability of H plus ions, acids are categorized into weak acids and strong acids. Acids which are not completely ionized in water and give a few hydrogen ions in aqueous solution are called weak acids. Example, acetic acid CH3COOH and carbonic acid H2CO3. Acids which are completely ionized in aqueous solution and give large number of hydrogen ions H plus ions in water by the process of ionization are known as strong acids. Example, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 and HClO3, that is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and chloric acid respectively. On the basis of strength, the bases are categorized into strong bases and weak bases. What are strong bases? Bases which are fully ionized in all the concentrations in aqueous medium and have strong affinity for a proton are strong bases. For example, NaOH when dissolved in water dissociate to give Na plus and OH minus ions, that is sodium ions and hydroxide ion. What are weak bases? The bases which do not ionize completely to give OH minus ions in water and have weak affinity for proton are called weak bases. They give very few OH minus ions in aqueous medium. For example, MgOH twice when dissolved in water dissociate to give Mg2 plus 2 OH minus ion. OH is nothing but the hydroxide ion, Mg2 plus magnesium ion. The two half-headed arrow shows it is a reversible one, that is forward to left to right forward reaction as well as the backward reaction right hand side to the left hand side the reaction can take place. Acids and bases are identified by some chemicals called indicators. Indicators are the chemical substances which give different colors in different medium, that is in acidic and basic medium. These are called acid-base indicators. There are 4 types of indicators. They are natural indicators, synthetic indicators, olfactory indicators and universal indicators. Natural indicators. These are obtained from plants. Example, turmeric, lichen, red garbage extract. And plants of some flowers, hydrangea, petunia and geranium. Let us recall the action of turmeric with the base. Turmeric is yellow in color. Curry stains containing turmeric becomes red from yellow when it is washed with soap or detergent. Why? This is because the solutions soap are alkaline or basic in nature. So, it indicates that in basic medium, the color of turmeric changes into red. If the stain is washed with water, its color becomes light and yellow again. Second type of indicators are called synthetic indicators. These are prepared in the laboratories or in industries. Example, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Third type, olfactory indicators. Olfactory means relating to the sense of smell. Chemical substances which have different odors in different medium are called olfactory indicators. Example, onion, vanilla and blue oil. Next type of indicator is universal indicator. It is a mixture of various indicators. It gives different colors in different medium. It is used to estimate pH of same acid in different concentrations. The paper strips soaked in this solution are called pH papers. Chemical properties of acids and bases. Let us learn the change of acids and bases in different indicators. For that, you collect the following samples: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide. The activity 2.1 explains these things. Put a drop of each of the above solution on a watch glass and test with a drop of the following indicators. The indicators are red litmus solution, blue litmus solution, phenolphthalein, and methyl orange. What change in color did you observe with the red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein, and methyl orange solutions? Tabulate the observations in the table 2.1. Look at the table. This shows change in colors of indicators in different acids and bases. The acids: hydrochloric acid, H2SO4 sulfuric acid, HNO3 nitric acid, and acetic acid CH3COOH. When red litmus is added to these acids, there is no action at all. When blue litmus is added to these acids, it turns red. When phenolphthalein solution is added to these acids, there is no action at all. When methyl orange is added to these acids, it turns red. NaOH, CaOH twice, KOH, MgOH twice, and NH4OH are bases. When red litmus solution is added to these bases, it turns blue. When the blue litmus solution is added to these bases, there is no action at all. Phenolphthalein, when added to these bases, it turns pink. Methyl orange is added to these bases, it turns yellow. From the above activity, we come to conclusion that when the blue litmus solution is added to acids, it changes to red. When the red litmus solution is added to the acids, there is no action at all. Similarly, when the synthetic indicators like methyl orange and phenolphthalein added, methyl orange changes to red. The phenolphthalein remains colorless in acidic medium. If you are considering the bases turn red litmus to blue, but there is no action with the blue litmus solution. When the methyl orange is added to bases, it changes to yellow. When phenolphthalein is added to the bases, the color changes to pink. Students, today's homework, chapter number 1, page number 15, question number 7 and 8. 7th question I will explain. Write 8th question's answer. Question number 7. Write the balanced chemical equations for the following reactions. A. Calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide gives calcium carbonate plus water. B. Zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver. C. Aluminium plus copper chloride gives aluminium chloride plus copper. D. Barium chloride plus potassium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus potassium chloride. Answer for A. Step 1. Skeletal equation. Calcium hydroxide formula CaOH twice plus carbon dioxide formula CO2 gives calcium carbonate CaCO3 plus water H2O. Now we have to balance the equation. In this equation, check all the atoms, number of atoms in both sides. Here all the atoms and reactants and products are equal, so this is already balanced. Question number 7b. Step 1. Skeletal equation. Zinc Zn symbol plus silver nitrate AgNO3 gives zinc nitrate ZnNO3 twice plus silver Ag. Step 2. Balancing the chemical equation. Balancing the n atoms by multiplying AgNO3 by 2. So the equation will be Zn plus 2AgNO3 gives ZnNO3 twice plus Ag. In this equation, Ag atoms are not yet balanced, so balance them. Zn plus 2AgNO3 gives ZnNO3 twice plus 2Ag. Now count number of atoms on both sides. Here number of atoms are equal on both sides, so the equation is balanced. See, Al plus CuCl2 gives AlCl3. Al aluminium, CuCl2 copper chloride gives aluminium chloride formula AlCl3 plus copper Cu. Al and Cu atoms are balanced in this equation, so balance the chlorine atoms by multiplying CuCl2 by 3 and AlCl3 by 2. The equation will be Al plus 3CuCl2 gives 2AlCl3 plus Cu. Now balance the Cu and Al atoms. 2Al plus 3CuCl2 gives 2AlCl3 plus 3Cu. In this equation, all the atoms are equal in reactants and product side, so this equation is balanced. D. First we are going to write the skeletal equation. Barium chloride BaCl2, potassium sulfate K2SO4 gives barium sulfate BaSO4 plus potassium chloride KCl. In this equation, all the atoms are balanced except Cl and K. They can be balanced by multiplying KCl by 2. BaCl2 plus K2SO4 gives BaSO4 plus 2KCl. Now, all the atoms in reactant side and product side are equal. So, this is the balanced chemical equation.